Welcome to round two of our special series on open enrollment and annual enrollment. So, this is geared towards helping you get prepped for your enrollment period so that way everything's just smooth sailing once October 1st hits. So, today's topic, we're going to cover best practices for customizing your system. This is going to be a super fast overview. All of the actual details and instructions are in the help app on the topic of coverage types and custom data fields. But this is just a little best practice overview. I hope you join today's session so that way you can actually do this work while we're on the call and I can guide you through any challenges you're having. Okay, so first thing we do, we go to settings. We use the filter so we can find coverage types and custom data fields super easily. Click Edit. So here's where you can add in as much information as you want. I like to have additional information as like just a whatever the coverage type is, you would probably need to use this. Especially if you do like Medicare or Medicaid, or have people that have those policies, you'll probably need to reference this information on a regular basis, but it needs to be encrypted. So you create the field, you name it, you give it a description. The reason why there's a difference between the name and the description is in case you wanted to have a like a mapping or something, but just ignore that. You just use the same name and description if you want, and then make sure you choose encrypted field. Then you can display it on the right-hand column so that way it's nice call out information on every page of the leader the client's file, which I will show you in a second. So that's one thing that you should do. Make sure that anything that needs to be secured is encrypted. If it's important information, then I would also display it on the right-hand side coverage. Also, make sure that you don't delete anything, otherwise you delete the information. So rather than deleting family name, you could edit it and then move it to a different area. So maybe I want to put it into a custom tab of family information. So you can edit this information, but try not to delete. You can rename it, you can do all those things, but don't delete stuff. Um, you can also resort this if you're like, oh, I don't do accident, I can just delete it unless you might use it. If there's anything in here, you'll lose whatever you delete. So see here how it says confirm delete warning. Everybody ignores this. Don't ignore it. Make your choices wisely. But you can also just organize it. So if you're like, I do health, I do Med Advantage, supplement, and then just make sure you scroll down and you save that sort order. Oops. Okay, I thought I had turned that off. Sorry. So then here you can also have product custom fields, custom tabs. So maybe for medications. Um, and you can have a list of the medications just in a text entry. So that's a header row. So how do I do this? Let me just add a new custom tab. So hit add custom tab, description, RX list. We'll show it on the leads on the client's page or maybe just on the client's page. Click add. Now create a custom field of list of medications 2022. And I would change the type to text area so you've got a lot of typing space. A lot of people have a lot of drugs. And then create another custom field for list of medications 2021, etc. And then you can also just do previous years as well. So okay, you can get fancy and add in drop downs and all that stuff, but I'm not covering that today. So you can also just reorder them if you wanted to, and then save the sort order. This header row is great for if you're going to be creating any call scripts. So that way the header is more of something where it's not going to have data entered after. So this could be like agent, make sure to get updated RX list and add previous years if you don't have them already. So I'm going to move this up here. Oops, sorry. Drop. What are you doing? There we go. Save that sort order. Okay, so now if I go to my clients page, I can go to the RX list. I see the header. I see the list of medications, med number 1, 2, etc., whatever you need to do. And then you also, if I move my little images here, do you see where this important information is called out? That's because we added that to the right-hand side column. So on every page, as I'm in my RX list, I still have that important information. You'll also see that there are these important dates here. I really like customizing some of these. So if you go to settings, and this time you're going to go to email columns, calendar, and other settings. You're going to scroll down. And here you can also see you can customize the lead column page and the client column page, but we're not covering that right now. Custom dates. Terminated date, Part A and Part B start date, application date, deceased date. These are all helpful. We'll cover why these can be really helpful in our training today, but just know that that's a good best practice. Agent custom fields. So if you want to have their producer number in a signature line, this is a really great place to add in that custom field. Agent calendar scheduling link, states licensed in, agency name. So these are the field names. So that way, when we go to account my information, we can enter that stuff in. So here I can enter in my crazy NPN number. I can put in my calendar scheduling link where I'm licensed and my agency name, and then save that. So now when I'm in my signature template, I can add in those fields for licensed in, and you'll see it says agent number 3. Why does it say that? If I look here on the merge tags and I scroll down, it does tell me the assigned agent calendar scheduling link, but when I paste it in, that's agent number 2 custom field. So that's the field name. So this is how you can utilize the system really nicely and easily for you to have those customizations right within an email template or in a text message or anything like that. So these merge tags or snippets are the field names that you can pull from. So having those customized are really helpful. Then if we go back to settings, other customizations that might help you are these lead client things. So if you want to focus on county, for instance, you could add county as a viewable piece of information. Or if I want to see address, city, state in full, I can do so. That's kind of covered within the contact information. But anyway, so just any changes you make, scroll down and hit submit settings. Now, if I go into clients, we can see the column customization that I actually did on lead, so don't worry about that. But then we can also go into a person's file and we can see any of those important date customizations here, the important information, any custom fields we've created, and then that RX list. So here are a few little best practices so that way you're nice and organized when you want to get going. I'd also recommend looking at last year's Open Enrollment Prep Academy, which is in the Help app, to look at how to create client call scripts. Very similar to what I showed you with that RX list. But if you want to search for it, you can just go here and search an article now and say Prep Academy. And lesson 1 is creating lead-in client call scripts. So I would recommend coming to today's session. It's going to be helpful because I can help you with any customizations you need specifically, but hopefully this is a good overview to get you started on some best practice ideas. All right, have a wonderful day. See you later.